Hey guys, it's Liv here. I'm finally doing my pin collection part 2. Today I want to show you guys my Alice in Wonderland pins and my Dumbo pins. These are the pins that I look for the most when I'm trading in the park or when I'm purchasing pins in the stores, so I'm super excited to show you guys these. Some of them are scrappers, some of them are fake, and as I've said before in other videos, I use those as placeholders so that when I'm ready to get the next pin, I could just swap it out. So I won't be pointing out which ones are fake and not. See if you guys can tell. That'll be a fun little thing for you. And yeah, I'm super excited to get started. So let's just jump right in. So the first set I have to show you guys I'm super proud of. It is the Alice in Wonderland chess set. There is also a Peter Pan chess set that I don't know if they go together, but I also have that full collection as well. I really love this set. I love that you have the king in it, and then you also have Alice who's holding Dinah, and you don't see Dinah in a lot of pins, so I was really happy to get that. The next set I have to show you guys are the pocket watches from Alice in Wonderland. Now, there are a ton of these, and I only have 4. I had a 5th one. I had the caterpillar as well, but the needle pointy part of the pin ended up breaking off. It was really wobbly. I'm pretty sure it was fake, so I didn't mind, but this is a really awesome set, and one day I hope to have a full collection of all real pocket watches, but we'll see about that. The next 2 pins I have to show you guys are my Alice in Wonderland star sign pins, or astrology ones. It's actually a set of a bunch of different Disney characters, and they're all representing the star signs, but I thought a funny little thing is my boyfriend, he actually is a Gemini, and that's the Tweedles, and then I'm a Scorpio, and that's the Cheshire Cat. So I thought it was really funny that the 2 pins that we would want that were Alice themed from the collection happened to be our astrological signs. So I just thought that was a really nice coincidence. Next, since you can already see her, I have the Queen of Hearts Wanted poster, as well as the Queen of Hearts bowling pin. I have the Queen of Hearts villain comic book piece or panel, and I also have this I don't know what the series is called, but it's also the Queen of Hearts from a set. All of these pins, they're all a part of bigger sets that have lots of Disney characters, but I just wanted the Alice in Wonderland themed ones, so that's why I have them. These next 2 pins are 10th anniversary pin trading pins. There's actually a set, I want to say, of probably like 5. I would love to trade for the whole set, but you know, they're really hard to find, so hopefully I'll get a few more. This next pin I bought at Disneyland. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but it does have the Mad Hatter and the White Rabbit from their like old costumes, and I don't know, from when it first opened, and they're actually kind of really scary, but I thought it was a really beautiful pin and kind of a cool little, you know, throwback to old the initial Disney costumes and stuff, and just how different it is. So I really loved that. The next pin I have to show you guys I also bought as well. It's one of my favorite Alice pins that I have, and I'm not even sure exactly what it is. I've never actually seen this old cartoon, but this was actually a mystery pin that you got in a set where you would buy pins from like the old Disney cartoons. So they have like the old mill, and they had the one I bought was the Country Cousin, and this was one of the mystery pins that you got along when you bought the package. So you'd buy a package, get 2 pins, one of them you could see and then one of them you couldn't. So this was the mystery one. I was super happy to get it, and yeah, it's just a really awesome pin. The next set I have to show you guys is the Alice in Wonderland comic book inspired series, I guess. I'm not sure what exactly it's called. I'm proud of this set because I did trade for all of these pins in the park and finished it, so that was really exciting. I'm not sure about the caterpillar, if that's actually a real pin or not. I saw a couple different versions of him on Pinpicks, so he's the only one that I'm not sure about, but all the rest of them are definitely real and definitely awesome. Super excited to have this set. The next couple of pins I want to show you guys are kind of similar to the Red Queen. They're all pins that I have because they're Alice in Wonderland themed. So we've got the Mad Hatter Duffy, then we've got the Cheshire Cat Mickey ears, a Cheshire Cat portrait, the Cheshire Cat cat tag, and then the Cheshire Cat cat toy. So again, all these are pins that I have because they are Alice in Wonderland themed, but they are all a part of different sets that have a bunch of different Disney characters. So I do that a lot with my pins. Same things with these two. This Cheshire Cat was a part of a booster pack, and then this, of course, is just the Cheshire vinyl. So a lot of the pins that I have are part of bigger sets, but I just like them because they are Alice related. This next pin I bought in the park. It's just the Cheshire Cat with a bunch of teacups and a teapot on his head. This is like my favorite teapot from Alice in Wonderland. It's the one with 3 spouts on it, so I was really excited to see this pin. The next pin I have to show you guys, it's part of, I guess it's called the Funny Business series, and I don't know if it comes out monthly or how it works, but I happened to be at the park and I saw this in the pin section of the Disney store, of the World of Disney, I'm sorry, where they have all like the limited edition pin or limited release pins. So I went ahead and bought this one because I thought, how funny is it that I'm here? And it is Alice themed. So inside it says "We're mad about tea," and it's really pretty and glittery, and Alice looks really nice, and she's got the tea, and it's just a really, really beautiful pin. So I'm super happy about that. The next pins I have to show you guys are all my teacup themed pins. So we've got Alice and the Mad Hatter and March Hare in a teacup. We've got the Mad Hatter in a teacup. And then we've got all 3 of them again, plus the Cheshire Cat in the infamous purple teacup from the from the actual ride, which I thought was really, really, really cool. And it says the Mad Tea Party underneath. Just a really cool pin. I love that the Cheshire Cat is 3-dimensional. The next set I have to show you guys is this really like psychedelic set of Alice in Wonderland pins. Again, I traded for all of them in the park, and I finished the whole set through trade, which again was really, really awesome. But I really love this set just because of the colors, and it looks like, I'm pretty sure they're blacklight pins, so if you were to shine a blacklight on them, they would glow in certain spots. So I really love that. I'm assuming it's inspired by the Mad Tea Party in California Adventure. So just a really, really awesome set, and a big thing I like is it's got the Dormouse in it. You don't see him on too many pins, so that's really, really, really cool. The next few pins I have to show you guys I actually just recently traded for. These 2 pins, the Alice and Mad Hatter and then the Queen of Hearts up here, all go together. Then we've got the Queen of Hearts and the King, which I think was for like a Valentine's Day set or a couples set, I'm not sure. And I found out that this guy, the 2 trading cards, he comes from a Villainous Sidekick set of pins. So it's got like Smee and one of the hyenas from The Lion King, so it's really cool. I've also got the Queen of Hearts hat from the hat series. Again, I just wanted her hat because it was the only one relevant to me. The next 2 pins I want to show you guys are just 2 character standalones. We've got the Mad Hatter and a Tweedle. I would love to have more pins like these, especially Alice in Wonderland related. Not much more to say about them except that hopefully one day I will get real versions of them, if you can't tell. I know I said I wouldn't say anything, but oh my goodness, the color is so off on this Tweedle, but yeah, still, I love them anyway. I've also got this Alice in a diamond pin. I know that this is a huge set of a lot of different pins of Disney characters in diamonds. There's one, I've seen Pinocchio, I've seen Pongo and Perdita, I've seen just tons of different characters, but again, I just wanted Alice. This next pin I have to show you guys I got from the Disney Soda Fountain in Los Angeles. If you go to the soda fountain and buy their sundae, which I want to say is like 20 bucks or something, they give you a free pin, quote unquote free pin, along with the sundae. And when I went, the only time I went, the free pin they were giving away happened to be an Alice in Wonderland pin, so I definitely lucked out with that. The next pin I have to show you guys, unfortunately, Alice does have a little chip in her hair. But this was one of the first pins I traded for in the parks, along with a few others I've shown in my other videos. But I really, really, really love this pin just because you have like the 2-dimensional cartoons along with like a Disney pin, regular pin. I just really love the way that looks together. It's a shame she's got a chunk missing out of her, but I still love this pin, and I'll never trade it. I'll never trade it away just because it's got a lot of sentimental value as well. The next 2 pins I have to show you guys are really, really awesome. I bought 2 packs of the, I believe they're called Heroes and Villains. They were in boxes from Disneyland. And the day I was hoping I would get the Alice one or the Red Queen, one or the other, the Queen of Hearts. And I opened the boxes when I bought them, and in the first box I got the Queen of Hearts and Simba, and then in the second box I got Alice and Mufasa and Scar. So I really lucked out with that box set. I was super duper excited. These two are some of my favorite pins as well, just because the Queen of Hearts looks hilarious. Super duper excited to have both of these pins in my collection. Okay, and I believe that's it for my Alice in Wonderland pins, so let's go ahead and move on to my Dumbo pins. So this first set I have to show you guys is a set that was actually a present given to me from my cousin. It is a beautiful Dumbo set that this is definitely my favorite collection that I own, hands down my favorite set. It is so beautiful and so perfect, and it has a lot of my favorite scenes from the movie in it, so mainly Mr. Stork. I'm so happy to have a pin of him. So yeah, this is really awesome. It actually came with 2 negatives as well, but I'm not a big fan of the negative pins, so I went ahead and traded those out, but still, I really love this set a lot. Next we have a cute little Dumbo balancing on a ball. I bought him from Disneyland. Then we have a pin I just recently got. It's you could probably currently find these pins still at the park if you go now. It's just a Small World pin with Dumbo flying in the front, and I knew I had to add it to my collection. This is one of my favorite pins that I own as well. It is Dumbo during the scene in the end of the movie when he gets the magic feather. I believe this series is called Window to the Magic, and it's similar to the Funny Business Alice in Wonderland pin in that a different one comes out, I want to say monthly, but I'm not sure. So I saw this Dumbo pin and had to get it. Guys, it's got Timothy in the hat and everything. You can't really see him, but what I really love about this pin is you have like a regular Disney pin style here. Then you've got this like glittery, I'm not sure how to call it, the fire in the background. It's a different texture than the actual metal pin. It's really beautiful. And then on the brick wall here, it's almost like a rubber material, so I really love how there's 3 different textures in the one pin. It's just, this is definitely one of my favorite pins, hands down. Next we just have a simple little flying Dumbo with the magic feather. I got this one specifically because he was holding the magic feather, and that has a lot of significance to me. I actually have the magic feather tattooed on my foot, as I've said before in a bunch of other videos, but I just thought I'd say it again. Next we have a really, really adorable pin of Dumbo in the bath. This was one of the first Dumbo pins I ever bought. I just think it's so cute. And again, another one of my favorite scenes from the movie, so I had to have this pin. This is another one of those pins where I have one of many. It is the Dumbo portrait. The color is completely off, so hopefully I will find either a fake that looks a little nicer or just find a real version of the pin, but still, he looks super cute in it, so I love the pin anyway. The next pin I have to show you guys is, again, another one of my favorites. I always wanted a pin that had this poster from Fantasyland on it. I've always loved this poster. It's always been one of my favorites when you would walk into the park and you would see this, you know, on either side of Disneyland when you walk through those first tunnels. But what's really great is if you open this guy up, inside we've got Dumbo and Lilo and Stitch riding in him, and he's got a little 3-dimensional hat. It's just a really awesome pin, and I'm super duper happy to have it in my collection. Inside too, you've got the castle, and it says Disneyland right here. So it's just a beautiful pin, and again, so happy to have it. Next, as you could see, to go along with my Mad Hatter Duffy, I had to have the Dumbo Duffy as well, wearing his hat, so I really love that one. I also have the Dumbo hat with Timothy in it, similar to my Queen of Hearts crown that I have as well. Then I also have the Dumbo that goes with the Cheshire Cat that I showed you guys earlier, so fortunately a lot of the sets that I've collected from has both an Alice in Wonderland theme and Dumbo theme inside of the collection, so it's kind of funny how that's worked out. The next pin I have to show you guys is some sort of animator pin. It was a box that I had bought from Disneyland, from Downtown Disney, I believe, from the pin traders, and it was one of those situations where I bought one and went back to buy more and they were all gone. But I went and I bought one of these boxes hoping to get Dumbo. There were so many different pins you could have gotten, and I of course got Dumbo, so super excited about that. It's a beautiful pin. I wish I had more of these. What was really cool is they came with a second pin that, I don't know if you can see these little holes right here. They'd come with a second pin that were just a square piece of paper that had a sketch that you could set on top of this pin. So it was a very unique series, very awesome, but I'm glad I at least have this one pin from it. Next we have just this little Dumbo. Funny story about this, I always thought this was fake, and who knows, maybe this one is, but because his colors were off. But then I also have a porcelain figure and an official Disney button that, like the ones that you would get from Town Hall, that have Dumbo with these colors on it. So I'm not sure why his hat is blue and his color is white and red, but I just decided to keep it because I thought, you know, he was really cute. And if he's fake, then he's fake, but I like him anyway. Next, I've shown you guys this one before as well. This one is the Dumbo pin from the Millennium series. I got him from an antique store and was super duper excited. I paid like $6 for him. So I'm very, very happy to have this pin in my collection. Alright guys, the last set I have to show you is in fact the coveted Casey Jr. set. I would say this pin set, along with the first Dumbo pin set that I showed you guys, are my absolute favorite pins that I own. This was a pin set that I traded for in the park, but unfortunately I did have to buy the two animal cages, the wild animals and the monkeys, online because I couldn't find them in the park. So I did cheat a little bit with this one, but this is a set that I've wanted for so long, so I am very, very excited that I have the full thing. Yeah, not much more to say about that except I love Casey Jr. Alright, and that is it, I believe. Hopefully I didn't miss any pins, otherwise that always drives me crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The next video that I make, my part 3, is going to be my big board of Hidden Mickey pin collections and a couple other sets that I have. So be excited about that. And I love you guys. I will talk to you real soon. Okay, bye!